Okay, this is my brush case that I thought I would show you, and what I like about it is that it has a nice fold, and so it stands up straight wherever you want to take it, and your brushes are laid out here for you to see. And then to close it, you just pull this drawstring, and then it releases it, and then you can just, it's flat, close it up, and it has a nice Velcro closure and a little handle, so you can just take this easily. It's very light. Just open it up, fold it, pull that drawstring, and you're ready to go. Very inexpensive. It's by a company called Prestige. Just to go over some of my brushes, the Rydell Gold are these that are, I would say, the brush that I use the most, and they're a synthetic, and it's by Stratford and York, and they're very inexpensive, but they really hold a nice point. And I have several of those. This is like my treasure brush. This is a Da Vinci Maestro Kolinsky sable brush, and it's a number 6 standard. It's like my good brush. These are also by Stratford and York, and these are called jet brushes, and they're a combination of squirrel hair and synthetic, and so they hold a lot, and they're quite nice, and they're rather inexpensive. So that Stratford and York brand is, if you're starting out, getting brushes is a good way to start out. The other brush that I really like is called a Squirrel Mop brush, and this is, it's called a mop or a quill mop because it has this plastic coating around here and the wire, and this is pure squirrel hair. And so these are rather expensive. These are from Daniel Smith, but they often have sales where you buy one, you get one free. And these hold a lot of paint, so if you're doing washes, these are really great. I find using them for fine detail work is rather difficult because they have a lot of give to them. The other brush that I really like is this. It's called a cat's tongue wash brush, and the reason it's called a cat's tongue is you can see that it looks like a cat's tongue, so it's a combination between a round brush and a flat brush. And this is called a Silver Black Velvet, which is once again a combination squirrel hair and acrylic, and I really like this for a wash brush because it lays down well, but then you can go around, you know, a corner with this nice tip, and this is a nice addition to your set. This is just a basic flat wash brush, but it has a heavy handle, so if you're covering a big area, and shorter bristles, so you have a lot of control. It's synthetic. It's a Cotman Winsor Newton wash, and that's a good addition as well. Then we have, fine detail brushes in here, just a variety of different ones. This is called a rigger because it's long and it pulls a long thin line. This is just a Cotman. And then this is called what they call a dagger brush, which is kind of shaped like a dagger for going around sharp edges. And this is just a Princeton Art and Brush Company synthetic. And so these are, and then this is just an inexpensive Japanese synthetic wash round, big round brush of 24, and that's nice for laying big washes in the back. It's not always necessary to get really expensive brushes. It's what works best for you, and so like I said, these Stratford and York Rydell Gold, if I was going to get any type of brush to start out with, I would get those. So like I have a 3, I have a 5, I have some more back here, I have a 7, so that's a good place to start out, those sizes. And then you can have a wash brush in here, one of these to do some background. And then if you're doing the squirrel brushes, the combination, the jet brushes, starting out, once again I have a 4, a 6, and this is a 10, so that's a nice wash brush as well. That's a good place to start. So that's a peek into my brushes. And you should find what works for you, what feels good in your hand, what paints well. Doesn't matter if it's expensive or inexpensive, it's what works best.